Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today I have a very exciting video for you guys because I'm gonna be going through my K-pop album collection. I really wanted to make a video about my K-pop albums for a long time already, so I thought why not. So as you can see in this cube, here I have all my albums displayed. Just a disclaimer, these are actually not all the albums I currently own. My current album count is 136 albums. Yes, that's quite a lot, and as you can see, this is definitely not 136. It's just, with me, it's like I prefer to display my albums like more aesthetic wise, and just rather than showing everything all at once, because I just personally don't like the look how the cubes are so filled up with lots of albums. So that's why I only like displayed a few. As you will probably see in a bit, not every cube is like sorted by artist. Like I said before, it mainly has to do with like maybe aesthetic purposes and like color coding and just like how everything fits together, you know. But you'll probably just really see it once I actually go through my albums. And actually the majority of my albums are actually stored in like these boxes, but I'm also going to go through that as well because I just also want to show you guys what's in there as well. And also my drawer also like stores some albums. Like, I like space, but at the same time I don't, you know. So yeah, anyways, enough rambling, let's go through my album collection. Okay, my tripod isn't long enough to like actually like show this side, so I'm actually holding my tripod at the moment. Okay, but anyways, we're starting at the top because I have some albums here. These are my Enhypen Border Hakanai albums. I have Limited A over there, and I have Jongwon's Solo Jacket and Limited B over there. The reason why I put them there is just, I don't know, just really fit the aesthetic of the top, you know, like especially the colors of Limited A with that album. Not with that album, like that magazine over there. So I just displayed them there. I also have the standard, which I'm also going to show you guys in a bit. And I've also pre-ordered their Dimension Senko albums, and their comeback is literally in a few days. So I'm very excited to receive those albums as well. Now let's go through all the cubes. This is my The Boys and Twice cubes basically. I have all the versions of the Boys Chase album, the one which has the Stealer as title track. This was actually my first The Boys album, and the Stealer era actually made me become a Dobby. I'm not sure if I'm gonna collect all other albums of The Boys, but I just really liked the Stealer, so that's why I got them. And next to it is the standard version of Enhypen's Border Hakanai, and the reason why I put it there is because this one just like flips open the whole time, so that's why I just put it there. And over here I have my Twice albums. I have all the versions of Taste of Love and Eyes Wide Open. So yeah, that was basically for the first cube. And this next cube is basically sort of like a miscellaneous cube, but at the same time you can really see how the colors fit so well with each other, like the purple, the red, black and white tones, and you see a pop of blue over there. So let me show you what albums I have here. First I have Weekly's We Play album, the one which has After School as title tracks. That song was such a bop, and so I wanted to get that album. I have two ITZY albums over here. I have Not Shy and It's Me. I also have another ITZY album, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit. It's not that I really collect ITZY, their albums. It's just I really like their music and I just like to get the albums. The only albums I don't have of ITZY at the moment is It's Icy and Crazy in Love. And over here I have IU's Lilac album, and I have both versions. Fun fact, this version actually like came in the mail a couple of days ago. IU is literally one of my favorite female solo artists, and her album Lilac was just so beautiful. Like every song is just literally chef's kiss, so that's why I wanted to get the album. And over here I have Twice More and More album. The reason why it's not one of my other Twice albums is because I only have one version of More and More, and it just fit all the colors, I felt like, so that's why I just put it there. And next to it I have two ONEUS albums. I have Raise Us and Fly With Us. I do own some other ONEUS albums because there was a time where I was actually collecting ONEUS their albums, but I actually stopped after the Lives album because I just wanted to focus on Enhypen purely. So, and I think I've also like explained it in like other videos why I stopped collecting certain groups. And next to it I have two 80s albums. I have Zero Fever Part 2 and their debut album Treasure Episode 1 All to Zero. I actually do own a lot more 80s albums, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit, but basically the same story with ONEUS. After Zero Fever Part 2 I decided to stop collecting 80s as well, but those two albums are here because I felt like it just fit with the whole color scheme, you know. And this album is Idol's I Burn album. And this cube is basically sort of like a hype cube featuring Purple Kiss and Kepler. And as you can see, the colors also really fit well with each other. It's mostly white, purple, bit of dark blue, and also some black over there as well. So let me just go through the albums I have over here. This first one is the BTS School Love Affair Special Edition. And I have the BTS B album, the deluxe version. I don't have the essential one. I actually do own all BTS their albums, even their Butter release, but the only album I don't own is the essential one of this one. And with BTS albums, I don't own all the albums as in all the versions as well. I just own at least one version of each album. So you could probably sort of say that I do have a full BTS collection. And over here I have Purple Kiss, their debut album, Into Violet, and I just like put it here because I felt like it just fit the whole aesthetic. I have two versions of Kepler's First Impact album. I have the pink one and the purple one. The yellow one is actually in the box because obviously I felt like it didn't fit the aesthetic. And over here I have TXT's The Dream Chapter Eternity album, both versions. And I do actually own also some more TXT albums, but the same story with 1080s. I decided to stop collecting TXT after their Blue Hour album. And over here is basically the start of my Enhypen collection, minus the Japanese albums release. So I have Enhypen's Border Day 1 and Border Carnival. And next to it is the other part of my Enhypen collection. This is basically the Dimension series. Over there we have the Border series. And this is the Dimension series. So I have all my Enhypen Dimension Dilemma albums. And also the Essential one over here. And my Dimension Answer albums. And this calendar is from their 2022 Season's Greetings. And currently J is on display. So at the bottom we have my Blackpink and Stray Kids. And on the left we have my Enhypen light stick, and I felt like it just fit there very perfectly, so that's why I added it there. So I have a few Blackpink albums. Over there is my Rosé solo album, and I have Blackpink the album. I have two versions. I don't own all the versions, just the pink ones. And I actually do own Blackpink albums as well. The only Blackpink album I don't own is Jennie's solo. It's not that I didn't like the album, it's just somehow I just didn't get it. And I didn't want like a full Blackpink collection on display because it's just so many pinks and blacks, because obviously those are their colors. So I just only displayed those two. And over there I have some Stray Kids albums. I have Stray Kids Go Live. I also have another version which is signed, which is not displayed. And I have all the versions of In Life, including the limited, and the yellow one is actually also signed, as well as that one as the Go Live album, which is signed, are actually both signed by Lino, but only the photo book's like signed, so I cannot really show you the front and be like, oh, it's signed, because actually the photo book is signed. And the same story with the other boy groups I mentioned before. I used to collect Stray Kids their albums, but I stopped after In Life, really. So yeah. And finally, this is actually my Season's Greetings cube, but I actually do have that one Chungha album over there. It's her Querencia album. And this is my Twice 2022 Season's Greetings. Enhypen 2022 Season's Greetings. I also have Enhypen's Season's Greetings of last year. Fun fact is that Season's Greetings is actually in Japanese, because I didn't get the 2021 Season's Greetings until December of last year. So basically the year was pretty much almost over. But yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere because it was sold out. But I actually did find it on CD Japan. But I didn't know that the Season's Greetings was going to be in Japanese. So apparently they probably got it from Reverse Japan. So I do own a Japanese Season's Greetings apparently. And that green one over there is the boys 2022 Season's Greetings, because I really like their whole athlete club concept. The same with Twice, like I really love their whole you got mail letters concept, so that's why I got them as well. So yeah. And that white binder over there is my Enhypen binder, because I collect Jungwon and Heesung. And I actually do have other binders for my other K-pop photo cards, but they're just not on display. So yeah, those were basically all the albums that are currently displayed on my cube. And I wish I could display some more in the future, but this is currently how I just set it up. Okay, so I'm now gonna open this, like, I forgot what it's called, but like this basket, I think, and just show you guys my other albums in there. So here is the other version of Stray Kids Go Live. Let me just show you the signed album. So this is the signed album by Lino. And I just displayed it here because there was just no space for at the other Stray Kids albums that are displayed. So let's go through what I have over here. So I have one BTS Dark and Wild album because I just couldn't find any other place. The reason why I organized it like this is so I could just put more albums in here. So let me just go through left to right what is everything. I'm not going to go in full detail about every album obviously, but it's just, I would just want to show you guys what I own. So I have some magazines over here. I have ONEUS In Its Time album. Got Seven's Eyes on You. These are all Stray Kids albums. I have Monster X Fantasia. BTS The Most Beautiful Moments in Life. You Never Walk Alone, which was, fun fact, my first K-pop album. I think I've already mentioned it in a few videos as well, but like, if you didn't know, BTS You Never Walk Alone, along with EXO were actually my first K-pop albums. I have Map of the Soul Persona. I have some ITZY like photo books. Monster X, Take Two, We Are Here. EXO's Lotto album. BTS Love Yourself series. I also have the notes laying here. These are the Korean notes, I believe. Or the English one. I'm actually not even sure. Oh, no, it's the English one. It's the English one. Yes, it's the English one. And I also have a copy of Wings. And over here, I have one copy of BTS Map of the Soul 7. I have a La Lisa album. This is the yellow version of Kepler, which I just couldn't display there. I have BTS Young Forever, Blackpink's Square Up, and this is like a Blackpink Summer Diaries Soul Kids thing. So yes, those are basically all the albums in the first basket, really. I literally forgot how you call these things. But they are from IKEA. So this is my ONEUS Lift album. Like I said, this was the last album I got when I was collecting them. And after that, I stopped collecting ONEUS. Not gonna lie, I still love their music a lot. But it's just, I really want to focus on ENHYPEN mainly. So I had to stop collecting them. And this is also, and this is the other version of Races because I have the white one on display. I have one MCND album. This is the MCND H album, the one with Crush as title track, because I really do like MCND's, their music, but Crush is, I think, my favorite title track so far. They actually went on tour like a couple of weeks ago here in Amsterdam, but it was Ramadan and I was fasting, so I didn't go to their concert. If they come again, I would love to go. So, and whilst I'm holding this album, let me just tell you something as well. Mostly in this basket, you'll see a lot of like random albums of just certain artists, and that's because sometimes I just like to support certain artists, especially like groups under smaller companies. So that's why I get their album if I really like their music. Yeah, so that's why you would also see some random albums here and there. So this is their MCND album. And this is basically, yeah, like I said, my most random pile. So let me just go through everything. This is SHINee's Don't Call Me album. And this is the only SHINee album I actually own. I have Hwasa's Maria album. Blackpink, How You Like That. Idol's I Trust. I have a Very album. Pentagon, Love or Take. I really love the title track Do or Not. It's so good. And this one is actually Hyona's album. This is the I'm Not Cool album. I actually got this off eBay because when I wanted to get it, it was out of print and I really couldn't find it anywhere. But I could find a new copy off eBay, which was great. I have Kim Woo-seok's Tasty album, and I got both versions because those versions were just too cute and I just couldn't pick a version. So that's why I got both of them. I have one Dreamcatcher album over here. This is the Dystopia Road to Utopia album. I have one Gravity album. The one which has My Turn as title track. This is the Season 3 Hideout, Be Our Voice. I have one Wonho album, which is the Love Synonym Right For Us. I have one Ghost Line album. It's actually too bad that like 2 of the members actually left the group. Yeah, this album is basically from the time they were still OT9, so I could say I own an OT9 Ghost Line album. And I really loved the songs on there as well. This is Everglow's debut album. I have We Eyes Identity Challenge, and I also have another Everglow album. This is the Reminiscence album. And I have 2 BTS albums over here, Too Cool for School and Oh Are You Late Too. And over here are basically like jewel cases. I have On and Off's My Name album. I have Baekhyun's Bambi. The Boys Breaking Dawn, which is their Japanese release. And BTS Face Yourself. And over here I have BTS School Love Affair. I have X1's Quantum Leap. album. And fun fact, oh, the CD keeps like coming out every time. Fun fact, I actually got this album for free when I was in Hongdae in Seoul. Like, there was this girl handing out albums, and I think she probably got them to get into a fan sign, or I don't know. It's just, she was like, hey, do you want an album? I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I got this one, obviously without any inclusions. So yeah, I have TXT's Blue Hour, but don't get me wrong, I really loved their album, The Chaos Chapter, because that one is just like chef's kiss. Oh my god, I literally loved every single song on there. I actually now don't get why I didn't get that album. Maybe I actually should, because all the songs in there were so good, and also with the repackage as well. Like, maybe I should get them. And I have Kong Daniel's Yellow album, and I have Just B's debut album, Just Burn. I have Blackpink Kill This Love, and I also have a Bobby's solo album, Lucky Man, which is upside down, my apologies. So that was basically all the albums in this basket. And before I'm gonna go through the albums in my drawer, I actually want to show 3 more albums over here which are displayed. I have ITZY's Guess Who album, and I have one Super Junior album. This is the Renaissance album, and it is the all members version. And over here I have Woot's Set album. Woots is actually, I think, my most favorite male soloist, alongside Kong Daniel and Kim Woo-seok. Yeah, I really love this album as well. I literally love Woots, his entire discography. Maybe you should actually get some more albums from him. And finally, we're gonna go through the albums in my drawer, and it's also like pretty randomly as well, because over here are mostly my like thick albums which just didn't fit in the baskets over there. Let me go from the back all the way to the front. There in the very back is actually my BTS Butter album. I have the yellow version. I have my 80s albums over here. This is an AB6 album, the Salute A New Hope. I have TXT's debut album and the Dream Chapter Magic. Here are some more 80s albums. I have BTS World, and this one is this is a Victon album, and this is EXO's XOXO, which is along with BTS You Never Walk Alone, my first K-pop album I've ever bought. So, and this is a, how do you pronounce this group? I still don't know. T1419? Like, I don't know. Anyways, I do have their debut album because I really liked their debut song. I have Mirei's Killa album. I have, oh, and over here is the debut album of ONEUS, like the one which has Valkyrie on it. And over here is my Mamamoo album. And finally, I have one Treasure album over here. This is the, what's it called? Oh yeah, the First Step Treasure Effect. So yeah, these were basically just all my albums, and this is basically the end of my K-pop album collection. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course subscribe. And if my album collection actually keeps on growing and I display things very differently, then obviously I will do an updated album collection video. So yeah, I know it was like sort of pretty chaotic because I have albums like displayed and stored everywhere, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time in a new video. Bye bye!